16 segments to a ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. So no, I don't need another one now. That's it, 16 segments to a ring. And then when I've got the glue on them and they're clamped up, they should all put up nicely. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go and glue them up. See you soon. Right then, for the bottom of my sloping segments pot, I've just made up this length of board from some mahogany and some beech. Stuck them together so that they add a bit of interest to the bottom of the pot really. It should look quite nice when it's segmented up and in the bottom of the pot. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut it on the bandsaw into the segments. It's not quite wide enough for a full length segment, so I'll have to put a little plug in the bottom of the pot, but it's not anything serious really. Right, so I cut 16 of those segments for the bottom, and as you can see, there's just a little bit of breakout on the top and the bottom edge. So what I do, just to make sure they all sit properly when I'm gluing them up, I've glued a bit of sandpaper to this board. That's just a bit of mount adhesive, spray on mount adhesive. And what I do, I take the bird side of the block, this side of the block, and I lay it facing away from me. So when I just give it a couple of pushes forward, and the bird that was there has now gone. I haven't altered the shape of it or anything. So I'll just turn it over, bird facing away from me. Boy, yeah, the hairy edge, if you like, facing away from me. I just put it down, push it away from me. If you pull it towards you, this it's gone now. This hairy bit will pull over that way, and you won't knock it off. But if you push it away, it just all knocks off nicely. So hairy bit on the edge there, facing away from you on the sandpaper. Just push it away, and it's gone. Just about. And the same with the other side. So I'll do that now for all 16 of these segments, and see you shortly. So right, it's all the hairy bits knocked off now. So if you notice, on the board that I made up, I had a wider bit of beech on one side to the other. So that now, when I put them together, because I've turned the board over every time I've cut it, to cut the other angle, each segment is different. Each other segment is different. One of them's got a wide bit at the top, and the other one's got a narrow bit at the top. So alternatively, wider bit at the bottom, narrow bit at the bottom. But the other thing is, because these other strips are, because I've got this wider bit on the other side, these other strips, they don't line up with the other bits anymore, so it gives a good broken effect, which should match the sloping segment pot reasonably well. So I'm going to try and put this together now, make sure it all lines up nicely, and I'll come back to you. Right then, they all fit together really quite nicely. So what I'll do now is I'll take them over to my gluing up area and glue them up. Just give you a little shot so you can see how all the parts are all staggered now. I've got a wider bit on the outside and then a narrow bit, wide bit, narrow bit, just to make sure they've got a nice pattern generally across the inside of the base. Okay, gonna go and glue it up now then, and that's it for the time being. Right, this is the base that I made up for the bottom of my pot, that's going to have the segments at an angle in the front face of the segments. As you can see, it's got quite a distinctive pattern to it, Well, I made the boards up so that I had a wider segment one side and a narrow segment the other side. So when I cut them, everything would be out of line. And as you can see, you've got quite a nice pattern in the middle there, and all the other colours are staggered across the board. It's quite a good effect. I'm going to glue it to the bottom of the bowls now, or the side pieces.